Hello everyone, how are we all doing today? It's a little bit late, but happy Easter. If you're watching this after the fact, well, you can tell we did this at about Easter. One of my favorite desserts is a chocolate macaroon. There's nothing to me that can beat it. And I always used to go and buy them, and I was so happy when they came out. Then I started reading the ingredients of what people were putting in them, and I was like, but why? There's nothing much more to it than a few very simple ingredients. So I made my own, and it's super quick, it's super easy, it takes no time at all. So I figured, you know what, let's have some fun, and let's make these up. So what we have is real simple. 2 bags of shredded coconut, 1 can of condensed milk, not evaporated milk, condensed milk. We want that thickened milk that has the extra sugar and everything added to it. We have some vanilla, and in my mixing bowl just to the side here, I have 2 egg whites. Now, when you're whipping up egg whites, it's very important your bowl is super clean and there is no fat in there. There is none of the yolk in there. What that will do is it'll stop the foam from forming. That's not easy to say, from forming. But like I said, that's the hardest part of it all. So we're just pour our 2 bags of coconut in. Now, if you want more of a coconut flavor and something less sweet, get an unsweetened coconut. If you do like something sweeter, just get the sweetened coconut. So, like I said, we have our 2 bags. A little garbage there. We have our 1 can of condensed milk. Now this stuff is super thick and super gooey, but it is so good. And what we want to do, this is a standard 14-ounce can, and we want to add almost all of it. We really just want to keep like a couple of tablespoons left, like just the barest amount in the bottom. We're going to add a little pinch of salt, because salt just makes things taste better, and a teaspoon of vanilla. So all very simple so far. Just using your spatula, you just want to mix it so that everything is coated in condensed milk. It just takes a minute to do. This, by the way, is the exact same way that you would make an almond joy or a Mounds bar. It's the same filling. The only difference is one gets covered in chocolate and this not. But there will be chocolate on it. So if you find it's really dry still, or you've got a lot of uncoated coconut, just add a little bit more. And you can see now in the bowl how it's starting to stick together. I don't have too much loose coconut in my bowl. That's it. That's the first half done. I'm just going to move this out of the way for now. Get everything else out of the way. And out comes Whoa. Our good old mixer. The beast is back. So, like I said, I have 2 egg whites in my bowl. Wait for the camera to catch up with me. There we go. Of course, I have my whisk attachment. And what we want to do now is mix this up to soft peaks. Because I know this machine is loud, we're just going to mute the volume and we'll show you what soft peaks will look like once it's done. It takes about 4 or 5 minutes to get to that point. So what we're going to do is we'll do a quick time lapse and we'll show you what it's like when it's all done. But what we are going to do is kill this microphone. And, well, welcome back. We've got our egg whites done, as you saw. And we've basically whipped these to what they would call a medium peak. So, we've made a meringue, except with no sugar in it. So, what we're going to do is just get the whisk out of the way. Now, we want to get this light, airy foam into this kind of dense coconut. So we're just going to start off by adding about a quarter of it. And just mix this up. This is going to help hold these together. It's going to help them brown, but it's also going to make them not so dense. Because a lot of the times you'll get macaroons and they're like eating little rocks. And that's no good. So we've got that mixed in. We'll add another roughly half the foam. And now we just want to fold. Now to fold, we've got a sort of a new technique here. Just go in from the bottom, fold it up towards the top. We aren't stirring. We're just sort of folding it in on itself, almost like kneading bread. And the whole part is, what we're trying to do is not squish all the bubbles that we've made in our foam. So now we're going to add the rest of it. bowl once again. And again, we're just going to fold in those egg whites. Doesn't take long. All done. Everything is nice and coated. And that's it. The recipe is done. Now comes the cooking and everything, which is always the fun part. So what I've done over here is I just have a cookie sheet that I've lined with some parchment paper, and I have a 1 ounce disher or ice cream scoop. It's one of the smaller ones. Kind of like what they would use, say, for a kid's ice cream cone or something. And we just pick it up. Just using the heel of your hand, sort of flatten it in there. And put it down. Not hard. Again, we aren't trying to squish it so hard that all the bubbles that we made fall apart, but we want it to hold together when they come out. Also, by just pushing it a little bit with our hand, we see that there's no air bubble, not air bubbles, but areas where the coconut isn't filling the scoop. So we've got our, again, we're just trying to maneuver. I need a bigger space in this kitchen. So we've got our coconut balls here. What we can do is just pat them down a little bit. Nothing too hard. I'm gonna just wash the coconut off my hands here. Find my rag. Now, before I started this, I did preheat my oven to 325 degrees. So you can get your tray in and set your timer for 20 minutes. What we want to do at the 20-minute mark is just check that they're lightly browned around the edge, and that's it. So it doesn't take long. As you saw the whole recipe, we cooked them up and we mixed it all up. Took only like 10 minutes tops, and then now they're baking in the oven. What I'm going to do is we're just going to pause the video. When these come out, we'll show you how they look. Also, well, I've got a lot more coconut mix there, so I'm going to make up a few more trays of these, and we'll see you when everything is done. So, till then. Hello everyone, welcome back. Well, it's been 25 minutes and the house smells so good. So, we pull these out of the oven. Whew. I've got another tray going in there. And there we go. They're soft, they're tender, they're really, really nice. Now at this point, if you want, you can start melting some chocolate and dip the chocolate into them. Or, if you're kind of lazy like me, I like things that are quick and easy and don't take too much time. Just with the back of a spoon or something, put a little indent. Try not to push too hard so you don't squish it like I just did on that one. And just drop a couple of chocolate chips on the top of each one. little indents just so they don't roll away. Now what's going to happen is the heat of the macaroons, of the cookies, is going to melt that chocolate. And that's it. My favorite cookie. No time to make. I have another tray in the oven, which is just going to beep. You can see they look just as nice as the others. I'm going to put those aside. And this is really the hardest part now of the whole dish. We have to let these rest for about 15-20 minutes before you can eat them, because otherwise they're just going to fall apart. So what I normally do is I slide my cookie sheet out from under them, and I just let them cool on the parchment paper. Put that aside for now. So there we are. I hope you try these. I hope you enjoy them. If you don't want to do it with chocolate, do that same little indent and put a little drop of jam there. Is really, really nice. Raspberry or strawberry jam, whatever you like. So, I want to thank you all. It's a little bit of a strange day because I've got 2 videos going. I've got these, and on the side here, I've got a pot of a ragu cooking, and both of these videos are going to be up today, but they're coming up out of sequence. So, well, not much I can do about that. So, until next time, as always, my name is Andrew. I am the 5 p.m. chef. Thank you for joining me today on what's been a really kind of weird day, but it's going to be delicious with lots of great food to eat. So, please, if you like this, like and subscribe to the channel, and until next time we meet, enjoy.